So apparently, a police officer put a hit on 50 Cent? But don't worry about it. He said he was only joking. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then. Hey, don't forget to check out the link of the day in the description. BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? So yeah. So apparently 50 Cent has decided that not only is he gonna have these regular beefs with these entertainers and other people all over social media, but he is also gonna have beefs with the police. Or should I say the police decided to have a beef with him. Alright, so for everybody that don't know, there's a police, I don't know if the guy's a captain. I'm not sure what you're gonna call the guy. I think he's a commander, he's a police commander in Brooklyn. His name is Deputy Inspector Emmanuel Gonzalez of the 72nd Precinct in Sunset Park. And basically what happened is on June 7th of 2018, he's trying to say it's a joke now, but we can't act like whenever a police officer talks about shooting a man of color that it's a joke. Not in this climate that we currently have in America. That's not a joke. Okay? So anyway, on June 7th, 2017, this gentleman, Emmanuel Gonzalez, Deputy Inspector of the 72nd Precinct, was at roll call or something or other, and he decided to tell the people that was at roll call, obviously the people going on duty at that time. Okay, so for everybody that don't know, 50 Cent, there was a boxing something or other in the Bronx, I think it was. That's why I don't 100% get what the hell was going on here. But there was in a boxing event that 50 Cent was gonna be at, and he basically told these officers to shoot on sight. Yep, he told these officers to shoot 50 Cent on sight. Why would he tell these officers to shoot 50 Cent on sight, you would say? He has had some kind of ongoing issue with 50 Cent. 50 Cent is part owner or full owner, most likely full owner, of a club in Sunset Park. I believe the name of the club is Love and Lust. And he's owner of this particular club, 50 Cent. And this particular police officer allegedly had been shaking the club down. For everybody that don't know what shaking down means, it's like when you show up and you be like, oh, you need protection. And they be like, what do you mean we need protection? And then you break something and it says, oops. And then they be like, oh, we need protection from your dumb ass. All right, how much is it going to cost? So that's basically what happened. So this particular police officer, Emmanuel Gonzalez, of the 72nd Precinct in Sunset Park, I don't even understand how all of this is happening. Anyway, well, okay, I'm going to stick with the story. In Sunset Park, decided that he was going to, allegedly decided that he was going to shake them down, and he was going to, go there and get monies, I guess, at some point or another. Probably get free dances, we'll call them, at some time or another. Whatever. Also, might have had that this guy's a 30-year veteran to the force. I just want to add that. So anyway, the death threat reportedly happened around the time when the rapper accused Gonzalez of the blackmailing the owner of Sunset Park, Love and Lust, writing on an Instagram post that, get the strap. And, okay, so basically what some people that are trying to defend the police officer is saying, that when 50 Cent said, get the scrap, and everybody know that's like 50 Cent's tagline, that's what he says, get the scrap. That when 50 Cent said, get the scrap, that was some kind, it is slang for get the gun, but that it was an actual threat. So when 50 Cent said this, They're saying that they took this as an actual threat. That's what they're saying, that the gentleman took it as 50 Cent threatened him. So Gonzalez was reportedly in fear of his safety. See, now, I don't really want to go too far into what I think about that, but basically, let's just be honest, 50 Cent says that all the time on social media for numerous different reasons, and I haven't seen one time in recent history that he's been getting the scrap. So I don't know. I don't know how to take that. I think dude is just saying that. Just my opinion. I believe that dude is just saying that because he wants to. He wants people to look at what he was saying as, oh man, it was just in my defense. I was just joking around. Like, you can't say you're joking around and at the same time, no, he can't say he said it, because part of his argument is, for everybody that don't know, Emmanuel Gonzalez, part of the officer's, the commanding officer's argument is that he said what he said in jest, that he was joking around with some of the things that he said, that it wasn't to be taken seriously. But you can't say, oh, I was just joking around, but at the other time say, well, but I was really in fear of my life. Because those are contradictory statements. If you was really in fear of your life, you weren't joking around. You were serious. If you thought 50 Cent really meant to get the scrap. Now, if you didn't think 50 Cent really meant to get the scrap, and you thought it was, and you're carrying yourself as, oh, this is just 50 Cent, he's joking around, he says that all the time, then you can say, well, I was just joking. Like, he said, get the scrap back to me, and I just told them yakety smackety, this and this and that. So this is one of those situations where I guess homeboy just doing too much. Anyway, so there's a internal affairs investigation against Emmanuel Gonzalez, commanding officer Emmanuel Gonzalez. There is an internal affairs investigation going against him, because when he said this, there were police officers actually sitting in the room that heard him say this that felt the way about it. Shout out to those police officers. Shout out to every police officer that heard him say that and they felt the way about it. Like, what in the hell? This is inappropriate. How do you, on site? Because that's basically what they're saying. He said, shoot 50 Cent on site. Alright, so 50 Cent is looking into his legal team has been looking into what they're gonna do. The incident is under internal review. That obviously they got to look at it. You don't really got too much of a choice. Pardon me. According to a source, the Internal Affairs Bureau, Group 1, which handles police corruption cases, is investigating the situation. However, Gonzalez, who's approaching his 30th year on the force, they're going to let him remain on active duty. The death threat reportedly happened around the time when the rapper accused Gonzalez of blackmail. So there's reason. Okay, so for everybody that don't know, whenever something happens, like they think you committed a crime, one of the things they look for is motive and opportunity. Well, two of the things they look for. Motive and opportunity. So there was a motive for him to say this, and there obviously was an opportunity for him to say this because he was in a room with a lot of different officers that he would have been saying it to. So there's motive and there's opportunity, and we got to get to a point where this isn't acceptable. This cannot be acceptable. Okay, y'all don't want to take his pension, whatever, then let him retire now. I want to give him full pension, whatever the case might be. All right. All he did was say something. Nothing actually came from the thing that he said, thankfully. We can't be having police officers putting hits on. I'm going to tell you a quick story. All right, so I used to live on, man, I don't even want to say where it's at because people might know. All right, so people in the area, man. Okay, so I used to live in this Bronx, this particular neighborhood in the Bronx. I don't live there no further. So I have a brother that he used to hang out in this, like, they used to have like a club in like this yard where everybody used to hang out at in the back of these buildings. So my brother used to hang out over there. So one day the police show up and they're, how do you say, I guess they're busting the place or whatever. I don't know what they was doing. They just ran up in there, whatever the case might be. So they're hauling people out in handcuffs and everything. So I don't know if my brother is in there currently. So I'm standing across the street. When I say across the street, okay, so On either side of the street, there's parking. And on top of that, it's a two-way street. So I'm basically 4 car lengths, and this is New York City, so it's a wide street. So it's one of the major streets in the Bronx. So in the area of the Bronx where I was at. So it's a really large street. So I'm all the way on the other side of the street just watching, because I'm like, oh man, my brother, I want to make sure he's okay. I don't know if somebody's in there. I mean, I don't know if he's in there. That's usually where he's at. Like, I'm concerned. So I'm standing all the way across the street and down the block. Do you not know that a police officer came in and hooked me up because he said that we weren't allowed to watch? You got it. We were at least 200 feet. We were more than 200 feet away from the city. Okay, more than 100. Okay, we were more than an entire basketball freaking, and not the basketball full courts in the park. I'm talking about the full court of an actual full court. I've been to NBA arenas before. I've tried that on college basketball courts before. We was more than an actual basketball court away from the actual area where the arrest was happening. You understand what I'm saying? Because I was across the street and down the block. Down the block, quite a ways down the block. Do you know that they came over, they hooked us up, and they actually hooked me up and threatened me with arrest because they said that I was disturbing a crime scene. I was being disruptive while they was trying to, because they didn't want people to see what they was doing. That's it. Just because they just did not want people to see what they was doing. So whenever people speak about these police officers and everything like that, this is the type of shit that I remember. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I remember shit like this. The guy hooked me up, sat me down. I had because I write rap. So they took my rap book. He was about to rip pages out of my rap book. The guy started, I don't know, he started trying to recite my raps, I guess trying to embarrass me or something like that. But my bars was tight. So even though he didn't know how to say them shits, you listening to them shits, you was like, yo, that shit sounded kind of dope. And then on top of it, they ended up letting me go eventually. But the point is, and then stood there talking about, we the biggest gang in America. Like, no lie. Facts. I'm telling you what the police was doing. Standing there talking about, yo, we the biggest gang in America. So when I hear that homeboy did this to 50 Cent, I 100% believe it. 100% believe it. I believe it. And all of those police officers that decided that they was going to let people know what he said, because I commend them. Thank you. Because without actual police officers stepping up and preventing other police officers from breaking the law, there's no stopping them. Unless police officers step up and say, look, we're not going to allow for you to kill melanated people in our country anymore. I'm a police officer like you a police officer, but that don't give you the right to just go around killing people's sons and killing people's fathers and killing people's mothers, aunts, uncles, grandparents. That don't give you the right just because you're a police officer. So when I see these police officers stand up and protect our civilians from their own, it's nothing you can do but respect that. Anyway, let me know what y'all guys think about it. Leave it down in the comment section. This is just because, you know, a police officer had to have told on him. You understand what I'm saying? And because in the fact that they're going through all of this, it was obviously more than one that fessed up to what happened. You got to respect that. I don't care how much people hate cops and this and that. You got to respect that. We shouldn't hate police officers. We should hate the ones that don't want to do their jobs the right way. Those are the ones that we should hate. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.